on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street.
Boy beats.
I'm on it,
Man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped.
On the strip.
What up, what up? It's the Rawway Show podcast with Rawway and Paul Clark. And I am your host, Rawway the Big Homie.
And this is Paul. Fuck you, Paul, that born and raised, doing it me.
And we got a special guest. Hold on. We got a special guest in the building all the way back.
I was about to say.
From what I thought was Brisk, Arkansas.
Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Thank you. But she's by way of Ohio, Columbus,
Why you
Ohio.
gotta bring that up?
We got the very lovely Lenita Smith in the house. How are you doing?
How you doing, Rowan?
Hey, how are you? It's good to see you.
You too.
Good. First, before we get, I was trying to keep your phone open, bro. What's the numbers?
What numbers?
The code.
Oh, let me see it.
Tell the code so they'll know.
7439311.
You just told everybody.
That every tomorrow morning. Paul, who the fuck is the creature?
9311. That's the song.
So what the fuck bring you back here, Smitty? Because
Uh,
from what I heard, it's Bliss.
Okay,
Almost
so-
where you at?
So I'm from here, obviously, and
Right.
I'm back for different things. It's my niece's, baby shower, and she getting married. It's been on my calendar for like months, so I flew in for that.
Right.
And I haven't been here in a crib. Like it's been 10 months. I've been gone for 10 months.
And you
So-
forgot where we at in the neighborhood. You forgot.
No, I didn't forget where you were. So I was coming up Lockmore. You said Fairwood. I just got lost because I was like, where the fuck Johnson's go?
You was like Bow Wow.
I saw Johnson. It used to be a Johnson's, and it threw me off. It was like Lockmore Mart. Where the hell? I got a little lost. I was thrown off because I was used to that landmark, and that's why I hit you like, where the Johnson's at? And then I didn't realize I was just a block.
I think that's
down.
crazy
Like,
that nobody. I ain't gonna say because I feel like one of the people that should have fought for it to be something still there, but because I seen them up on the
did nothing?
post.
I mean, what
I
happened?
didn't do
Did they
nothing. I
die? Did
could have
somebody?
sold some chicken wings
Only
outside.
thing you could deal with bought it.
That's what I'm saying. I should have tried to pull a group together to buy it because a lot of the homies that from through the neighborhood grew up through Johnson's. Right, you had a job there or knew the
But
family.
what happened to Johnson's? What happened? Did they die?
Oh, no.
Mitchell Johnson still alive.
That was his
Sold it.
dream.
He just
That
sold
was
it.
his dream. And then when you had to your sons, that wasn't their right. You know what I'm saying? So, they sold it.
It has been a minute. It looks different out here. They got nice ass apartments up closer as you headed to German Village.
They're
All
building.
this white stuff.
Gentrified.
Gentrification is real.
They're building.
And they just need to pull it more back some now because the rest, as I kept coming down, like damn.
Why y'all again? Why
Gotta
y'all
be
use
in
that
the
word
plan. Gotta be a plan
gentrification?
of there.
Huh?
Why do you use the word
Well,
That's
gentrification?
what they're calling it. They could just say hostile takeover or let's make it white again, but they call it that,
I
so
know.
I call
But
it
watch this
that.
right here. This will freak me out.
Gender?
This will freak me out because you see something nice. I don't know why we assume white people is dealing with it. It be African Americans involved in that. Like
Yeah,
we're getting into
also.
real estate now. Like maybe like when they try to do what they did to you. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a white dude. You know what I'm saying? We all thought it. He was like, no, this is a nigga. And he gave him his reason why I gotta raise the rent. You know what I'm saying? And it looked
They
nice over
definitely
there.
can be involved and they're probably partnered with. But they definitely
Yeah.
white people
Here's
too.
the
It
reason-
started with
Yeah.
just white people on
Because they knew it.
43203 when I was over there and they was just snatching all those black people's businesses for $10K
Right.
Yeah.
and then throwing them up and selling them for like 300, 400.
I know, but you don't have to buy it.
Black people wasn't doing that.
I know you wouldn't because we didn't
And
know
niggas
that.
thinking-
We didn't know that once an area is just so ran down, it's so fucking cheap. We know this now. That's why we're ready to buy that cheap land too. So we may wait until somebody else do
like
it.
20 years
You know
ago.
what? You know what's funny? Like, looking back on it, you know what I mean?
No, we could've got it.
No, I'm saying looking back on it, right?
Never
As
seen
a
it.
kid,
No, I'm saying this. Hold on. I'm sorry. We didn't have that education because we've always, as a people, you're not allowed to go to school. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to read. We always
20
are
years ago?
behind. We've always been behind.
but I was saying
But
that.
20 years ago, there were investors, there were realtors,
Right.
there were black people in business, and they could have did it.
Yeah.
But their probably vision was somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like H. Johnson's. Let that have been my dad. I don't want to work at H. Johnson. I don't. What you want? The monster chop? Okay, I'll hold on 20 minutes. I don't want to be that. So I wouldn't have followed his dream.
I dig it, but at the same time, I mean, that to me, I don't know. I can't even touch that on that level because who knows what the reasons were? Because I thought it was a time when Herbie was trying to do it and Dad was going against it. But I'm not going to place that as a fact.
I was gonna
Until
say,
we get them on the
fact
show.
check that shit.
I'm not going to say it's a fact, but I just remember hearing some stuff. But I never got into it because that's their family business.
Right.
But I think somebody, though, it just seemed like a grandkid or somebody, and I just said like it's fucked up because I feel like me or my peers or us as this group or the group above us, nobody got it because I grew up off the French fries and the pineapple milkshake.
I grew up off the bag. I knew that
The
bag.
wax paper motherfucking
That's
greasy
like
shit.
the strawberry
Yeah.
milkshake,
Yeah.
and you can get fish.
yeah.
Sandwiches.
I got
It
the
was like
same
going
thing.
in there visiting family in that mug area.
I got the double
Yeah.
bounce.
You
It's
play
a
the little
sandwich.
game,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might
that's
be
a
waiting
sandwich. That
for
ain't a sandwich.
A little game in the corner right
Yeah.
there. I just saw Lockbourne Bar and threw me the hell off.
Yeah.
Yo, I hate going in there, but I
What
try
is
not to
it?
go in there.
But do y'all got some ice?
Hey, that's how their business started though. It was
Y'all got
real
some rats?
slow.
Yeah.
A lot of people was like, I ain't going in there.
Boy,
You know, like it was haunted or something.
For real.
And then because of supply and demand, it's the closest store I gotta go in there.
You go over here to
Look, I think
Lockbourne
Don
Bar.
going over there from the barber shop over there looking looking across the street like, yeah.
I want that Scarface
They got
poster
swishers.
that they got
They
hanging
got
up
it
there.
where?
A Scarface poster. They talking about they wanted $85 for it.
Oh, dude in the
I said, I
store.
bet I don't.
He sell a bunch of little shit in there
Yeah.
too.
Tell me, we gotta get that up, or you
Yeah.
gonna
I mean,
stop all this
85,
action.
Oh, that motherfucker is huge.
Get that shit,
Yeah.
$85.
And it's in the frame. It's all just sitting there. Like,
It'll
Oh,
cost
Lord.
you more to get a frame and all that. You might as well grab a frame.
Yeah.
$5.
And he'll probably take 10 off of it because if he bought a wholesale.
I'm more I can just send Duda and him in there and just grab it for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shit, you got it
Run
better
them
than
off,
I thought.
goddamn
Hell
it.
yeah.
But you know that's a big thing, and about Johnson's and you seeing different shit coming back here. What else have you seen that's unfamiliar but look the same?
So, 70 West is
Oh,
weird
yeah.
now. I was leaving at the time when they was like breaking down, bringing that shit up. Now they got, it's looking real big city for real. I don't know if that was what they were trying to do. So they got all
Almost
the
spaghetti-ish.
extra freeways and
Almost
damn near bridges
spaghetti.
being
What
built.
they call that
and-
shit down in Georgia? Almost
I don't know.
You know,
spaghetti highway.
Mayor Coleman's made that up. He said if you look at predominantly, you know what I'm saying, the big cities right here, what's surrounding projects. You know what I'm saying? Even the White House, so like it's so nasty around the White House. You know what I'm saying? So when
But
you
they
come
even
to my
got a
city,
whole extra exit so you can skip the hood. Like, you know, remember you could go Leonard Avenue and bust
and
to
that's
go to
what
the
they did,
Arms.
yeah.
You get to now to
You ain't gotta do
drive
it.
over that bitch
So
and
he-
don't even exit in the
so
hood.
he's going to
now.
be one of the cities that when you come to Columbus, Ohio, all you see is nice shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
It
That's where the
Nice.
money is.
You're not gonna see that in a lot of cities because a lot of cities like, well, we're just gonna put the poor people by the freeway so they can hear the zoom, 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 zoom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I
Mayor
mean,
Coleman.
downtown is a whole residential.
You see how Mayor Coleman did the Short North and how he did Long Street, right? That was his beginning of it.
Yeah.
And they just the same thing we started our conversation about the gentrification. I remember when they first started putting that money like on Parsons and in that area when they
Yeah.
were building stuff. They just started it again.
But you know
doing
what?
the exact same thing. They put money back in the same areas. And I was talking to somebody like, if anybody want anything, this is when they giving them grant money out.
Exactly. I was about to
To
say
have your
that.
building, you might not make no fucking money selling strings, but they have your building open.
And that's
for
what
the
I
next
say.
5
Like
years
you
doing.
can't say like gentrification and just assume it's this white trying to think. No, when they set up in it, or like on Parsons Avenue and the Short North, right? We will give you a grant
Yeah.
so that you can build. Right? We don't care who you is, and if you keep that for 3 years and it's running, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pay the grant back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they're doing to help build the shit up. You know,
But
anybody.
a grant is all with government, and government babysits your grants, and you have to reapply for grants, and you have to follow their rules for the grants
Yeah, I
each
wouldn't want
time,
no
and you
scammer.
have to reapply. You have to do what they say to do. So still, they own your shit.
But it didn't come.
Grants.
It didn't come out of nowhere. The reason why certain things are so hard to do because you got so many scammers. So now we gotta make this harder. Now we gotta make this harder. Oh, they doing this now. Now we gotta do so. But when it's time for you to do, it's so hard to get
I
through.
see that restrictions,
Yeah.
but they also want to still own shit. Like,
And that's like with
Somewhere
anybody.
they own the shit
I'm
because
gonna put that in y'all's head. There are so many African Americans that you think it's the white people. No, and it'd be a whole African American, them and their friend, or you know that property value is so fucking low, and you gotta get rid of to see a piece of land that go down and down and down. You gonna leave it all the way down there? That's a gold mine.
yeah.
But that's the part I was speaking about earlier when I was saying that I remember as a kid not knowing that's what was happening, but I remember like I used to be over my dad's in the summer, and we would walk over to my step grandmother's house or whatever, and we would walk across from Reinhardt down 18 across 18 across the bridge and all that, right, where Children's Hospital is. It was all houses right there. All houses right there where that building is now in the parking lot. And I remember seeing them houses as a kid, just going, because I remember I knew a family that it was like a bunch of them in the blue house, a dirty blue house, but there was like a big family name, and the houses were disappearing. And next thing you know, it was like Easter seals was there or something like that was there,
Nationwide.
like nationwide and all that stuff.
All that.
So when it was, I'm looking at how long ago they set the plan.
Yeah.
It was set like when we kids. That's how motherfuckers do business. Especially with money, they create their investment team, their investment groups, and they go, well, in 10 years, they already know 10 years that they was gonna take over all this shit.
Yeah.
And
But they
then
had to,
10
though.
years later, 20 years, then
And it
parks
wasn't a
will be open
takeover.
because we done did
If you
this.
lived in
and
that area, they will come to you and ask to buy your house for more than what it was worth.
Yeah.
And they will ask you and ask you and ask you. And if it's like 2 or 3 people that said no, oh, you pissed off at them. Why the fuck would you say no?
They came to my Children's
They do
Hospital,
the
came
same
to my
thing,
dad.
ODOT, they do the same
But then
thing
when
when
you
they want to
actually,
build a highway.
when you actually really look at it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cancer people be at children, go to Children's Hospital. Your child got cancer and all that stuff right there. And then like you from Utah, and this place is so highly recommended. You from Utah, we're not gonna have you staying in a hotel. We're not gonna have you sit up there and have to travel back and forth. We got a house right there for you.
And the
it's
McDonald's
built
house
on-
used to sit on
yeah.
all 18.
Oh, now they put you in
Then
a
they
whole
put
house
this a
now.
whole that, yeah.
And they
But
and they
speaking
do them
back
up
to the
big.
planning
Yeah.
and nationwide, you know how they started building all those mental illness spots for children?
It's on the 5th
For
floor.
Children's Hospital.
Right.
They planned that shit in advance because they knew all those children were gonna have mental health issues.
Not going to have.
See, I was.
You can't predict
You know what I mean?
it. You can't
That's
predict it
why-
because, like I say, I tell people like
You definitely
in-
can predict it
in
because
art-
it's been input into them. How they gonna just build that and know they're gonna need it?
I'm gonna explain to you why right here. In our generation growing up, if you had a mental illness, you was just a badass. You that badass little motherfucker.
Getting
Right?
some
Hey,
Ritalin.
they needed. No, Ritalin did not exist. No, nobody was doing Ritalin back
That was
then.
the only
Nobody
thing.
was. Because I mean, when I'm saying predominantly, people
wasn't a
didn't
thing.
take their kid to
Oh,
go
it
get
was-
evaluated.
it was bad
You
niggas.
just bad as fuck. Now this era, you know what I'm saying? This era is the Me Too era. I don't give a fuck if you got raped back then. Nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they'll shut your whole business down. You know what I'm saying? So you got that, and then you got this. What we talking about now? It's a big issue. Mental health is a big issue.
Like they
They're
just
not
poured
bad.
it in the water, like it was Gotham City.
Mental
And they're like,
health.
ha ha, I'm gonna.
Because
It's
we
a
didn't
That's
big
these niggas'
business.
mind.
We didn't say
Big
PTSD
business.
back then.
Yeah.
Drugs
You
is
was a
big
punk
business.
because you saw a dog, not knowing that you got your ass chewed up. Now every time you see a dog, you jumpy and shit like this punk ass. and shit.
Nigga, right here, living
And we
proof.
didn't
Real
know
life,
that we didn't-
yeah.
anxiety.
Living proof.
We didn't
Dog.
say anxiety. We didn't say none of that. And like I used to say right here, and I tell everybody this right here. I got it at my house. At my mom's graduation diploma, it says there in a stamp, back retarded.
What?
That's a regular word.
Wait.
Society
What?
society
Wait,
used that word
Hold up.
negatively.
You said that your mom was retarded?
That's what no.
What?
Ran in the family.
After retarded, it was
Diplomacy
slow.
retarded?
You know what I'm saying? SLD. It was slow learning disability. You know what I'm saying? No, that was the word back then. That was
his too.
Yeah, because
that's
now
not
it's
a slang.
offensive. It's
was on his, too.
derogatory now.
Because we used it in a derogatory form.
Yeah.
That's
They
it.
trying to sit out from
You
that
trying to
Yeah.
say it was stamped on her?
Yes. It
It was
was
on
It
They
red.
actually told kids, not George Foreman, but it was something, you're retarded. Mike Tyson, you're retarded. They stamped that on his shit. Retarded. That boy's
But
retarded.
I know where you at with it. I know that it were not
But
like.
that's a medical term.
I watched some shit to where
I'm gonna tell you how fucked
people
up
used to
this
be
is.
mentally and physically like that before, because me being in that health part of the healthcare field, right? I had a guy that he was in an asylum at first.
He was retarded.
He has
70s retarded.
no, he older than that. He just passed away.
I mean,
he
1970.
had autism. You know, he was high functioning, but mentally he wasn't. He's physically high functioning.
Time out.
But mentally
Have you
wasn't.
ever heard the word autism? Like personally, when you see people in the 70s and 80s, we didn't hear that term.
Only reason I did because of my dad had an
We would just say
brother who was autistic.
something wrong with
I heard
her,
it.
something wrong with him. We didn't know them
They just be
words.
like a little slow.
Like I'm gonna tell you this
Right.
right here. This how fucked up. This how fucked up society is on that word retarded right here and midget. You know what I'm saying?
You can't say that shit.
Little
now.
No,
people.
we're talking. No, it's little people now. But the medical term was midget. But now people done did so much wrong shit with that word. Like right now, if I made it popular to say, "Oh nah, bitch, you cancer," you know what I'm saying, and then everybody caught on. Cancer would be the wrong word to say.
Yeah, it's
You're not
like
allowed
a cuss word. Just like when people used to say something stupid, like that's gay as fuck. Like they used to call it gay. Now
Yeah.
you can't say that.
Yeah.
We used to
Cause
say
now
that
you're talking
everything.
about
Everything
people.
out my
Like,
mouth
that's
was
so
you
gay.
gay.
Gay
That's
just meant
what-
different to me.
I
They
still
said
say
it.
that.
I still say it too.
I still say
Derek sent me a picture. Derek sent me a
Gay
picture
as fuck.
earlier.
It don't mean you gay. It means it's stupid.
Derek
like that
sent me
was
a picture
then.
of himself
but now
earlier,
you
and I
can't say
text
gay.
back,
You're
"What?"
gonna get in trouble.
That's gay.
Right. That's gay. as fuck.
Paul, why you ain't going? That's gay.
That's gay.
Why you ain't go to the school dance? Gay.
How come Paul, Sean, and Paul and Sean and Guy didn't go to the fair dressed alike?
Gay.
That's
Gay as fuck.
definitely. Or is that that definitely?
That just means
Do you do it in numbers now?
That just
or
means it's
that's
not-
sus. That's sus.
Sus is the word.
Yeah,
now.
it's sus now.
Yeah.
That's sus.
I'm glad I got kids, but they hooked me to all the words.
I thought it was saucy.
It's definitely saucy.
Or you just light skinned.
And then spicy.
Light skins.
Or y'all
think you
three,
cute.
y'all
They call it
three
light
man
skin now.
dance
Like,
group.
he's so
I heard a woman tell a grown man
Everywhere y'all go, y'all
he
need to
was,
break it down in threes.
he was spicy. That nigga's whole face
Spicy
turned.
is like the same as saucy.
Like, bitch,
Damn, that
I
nigga
smack
spicy.
shit
I thought I was
out
eating shit spicy.
you. Yeah.
Like when the guy he gets smart like a girl, he's spicy. That nigga's spicy as hell.
But you know,
Y'all forgot the damn
when we were speaking about,
We have
she
not
was speaking
told
about
for
things
months.
that changed in
yeah,
her
and then
since
we
she's
went
been coming back home.
Way off.
Oh, how shit is just different.
Since she came back home, and
And she
how
blaming it on white people when it's all of us.
I never said white people.
I don't know, that gentrification
Oh.
threw me off.
I had just said how different it was. I said how it's nice buildings and things over here and how they have to continue on down.
Did you
Because
look
you
for
can
the
notice
City
the
Center?
difference. Nah, the City Center was gone before.
you
I
used to
left.
live by the city.
I lived right up the street from the Commons. I used to do yoga on Wednesdays.
So the
I
comment
lived downtown.
was here before you left?
Yes.
Okay.
I lived
I
downtown.
still want it.
I only been gone like 10 months.
She just told us how much money she got.
What?
By
I
where she
still want
lived
the phone.
Like where she lived at. So now I'm over here like this. Do tell.
I still want the phone, bitch. Oh, you done took it back, sat it down, adjusted it.
Y'all ain't do the toast, man. Y'all gotta do the toast.
Oh, you gotta put me back
That's
I
like
still
Paper
got
cups?
some.
staple in there.
It's a staple in the. We just got
I
into
said
it.
9311. Just sing the song.
Oh, okay.
Y'all want it?
Oh, I thought you didn't have nothing in there. Yeah.
Hold on. I don't want that.
I know, because she's classy. I'm classy.
About to get the phone started.
Earlier, she ridiculed us because she's
I
like,
didn't.
I drink wine out of wine glasses, but that's all you got.
I ain't got no record for it with my
Thanks,
to
man.
put up with my
We got this bottle at JP's.
We feed the people.
Yup.
Is that still there?
Never.
no.
He out.
Yes,
he
it
out.
is. He got some shit out by
It's far out.
Hilliard.
He actually moved.
It's actually that's Hilliard over there. You know where
Yeah,
you know where
working there.
you know where
Man, I can see
Walmart is when you get to
I haven't either. I don't eat pork. But
they got a whole
Never
thing
eat
now. It's that, but it's also you can have your wedding there.
Oh
and
yeah, they got like a
reception.
catering service.
Yeah, all that.
To the house?
All that shit.
Hey, to greatness, to black people traveling, doing great things.
To the people that you really don't like in real life, but you
And
shut the fuck
gentrification.
up when you're around them because you don't want to start no drama and shit. You just don't fuck with them and shit. You don't say hi to them. They say, hey, Paul, and you just be like, what's up? To that right
to
there.
life,
Gentrified.
money, and good health.
Thank you.
Ow.
Hey, Paul.
That it sounded so gay right there. Hey, Paul. Why your hey was so long?
Hey,
Paul.
Paul.
Hey,
So that,
hey, Sean. His hey was long. Hey, hey.
that's funny. That's the world.
I
You know,
thought I
like
heard
how
two
when you
snaps.
talk about stuff being gay and things like that, like how the world has come so far to where all those different things when you say them, just to add a little extra to it or take some away from it justifies where the fuck you at with it. So he's like, hey, Paul. He's looking like, oh, that's gay.
Stop
Or
saying
he's like,
that.
hey, Paul.
Stop putting my name in a long hey. Look at that.
So why is that a thing?
Hey. Well, you tell me why it's a thing.
He's
Don't-
just emphasizing his letters.
I mean, hey. I can do that right there. That's the face of your hay.
Hey, he stretched it out.
Hey, horses wouldn't eat that hay.
Is that homophobic? Like,
No, I'm not homophobic and stuff right there. Like I always
why
say.
you say hey Paul like that?
Yeah, why? Because he light skinned.
Shout out.
This is a soft
Now
conversation too.
he been dogging me all week. Circumcised
No.
camel.
I was trying to say a nigga trying not to be aggressive talking to his friend. Like, hey, Paul.
Friendly.
It was soft spoken.
Yeah,
it wasn't
little
something like
shit,
right
shit,
now. I'm like,
shit.
hey, Paul.
Yeah.
That's how what
that
I
was
wanted
more
from
so
you.
like-
That's
He
what I
didn't
wanted from
wanna
you. That's what I wanted from you. He said a soft one like.
So with that being said, are we programmed to take things from people a certain way because, like,
I got a question for her. Since we got 5 minutes. Did it throw you off when our gun laws changed, or were they changed before you left?
They were changed before now.
It was.
It was cool that you didn't have to be licensed no more.
Oh,
though,
you
but
wouldn't
I
know.
didn't think it was
She
cool
know
to
he
walk
does.
through the fair with that bitch. Like it's like they announced the guns. As soon as the fair
I
was
thought
open,
they
like
connect-
y'all can
collect
bring
them.
them.
Bring them motherfuckers.
I was like, I ain't going to the
I think
fair.
I think
Right.
Just
they.
getting
Right.
shot this
They
week.
do a check or something on them because I know there's this bucket when you go there and it says like if you got guns, let us know. Because you're allowed to
I
protect
think it
yourself.
beats the registration though, because first you can register and they can track the bitches. Now you don't even have to be licensed. It's like, hello crime.
No,
You can just go get a gun now.
that's like Texas.
So do you gotta be a
You can
certain
sit
age?
out. Probably.
Yes, you do.
21?
You gotta be 21 years old.
They
You know
not
what I'm
checking
saying?
records no more.
Oh no, for one.
You don't need to register
let's
no
go.
more.
I could buy all the parts right
You
now.
can lay that bitch on your
And
seat.
build that
It
motherfucker.
can't
I
be
know the website right now where
But
I'm
that's-
doing
but
it right
The
now.
only way you can be licensed is to be concealed. You can lay that bitch on your seat.
But when you're
Everybody
buying
better
it,
be
Right.
licensed.
but when you're buying it,
And
they
right.
when you're buying that
Black
gun,
people
they don't just let you buy
You can
it.
show your ID.
And I've
No,
seen
it
them
ain't that
motherfucker
right there. They need to find out whether you have
3D
mental illness
design,
or they're not going to
3D build
if you're
one.
They check
felon.
how they gonna
Machine
check your
plastic
mental
one,
illness.
too.
Oh, they run your
That's all the Glock
thing right
is.
there. If you've been to care
Glock
stop,
is
if
made
you've
out
been
of
to
plastic.
You
what's
can do a
the
plastic one too.
what's the I was about to use the R word. You know what I'm saying? Netcare. If you've been to Netcare, your name gonna pop up when it's registering the gun.
I don't know.
So they gonna like, no, you can never have a gun.
How does a gun store like Vance have access to Netgear?
No, when you run your name up.
Background check.
Your
You can
ba-
just
that's a
run it in the
background.
background and that'll come up like.
Nah,
Yeah, just like
it take
yeah.
a minute for it to come back. You
Yeah,
gotta
it-
go fill the shit out,
Yeah.
then come back. when
My
they
shit
tell
come
you.
back to it.
How many
Oh,
days
you
is
can't
it?
even
I
leave
don't
with
know
the
how many
gun.
days.
And,
I
and guess
swear
what?
to God,
If
my
they
shit
sell
come
you a
back
gun
to
What?
and they didn't do the
I'm buying a
background
gun.
on you,
I'm out the store like
the
that.
police look at them like
But
you
you got-
selling guns and they
you
come
I'm
and
squeaky
attack your
killing.
store.
I don't got nothing on my record.
You know what I'm saying? But the gun laws
But you
was
bought one
used,
before,
it was
so-
created to
Yeah,
protect
so your
us.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? They even used Queen
They
Latifah's
automatic.
video
But I know
where she
niggas
got
who waited
robbed at a
like
gas
3
station because she
hours.
was in a state
What?
where, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you couldn't have guns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what, but the bad people take advantage of the laws because the laws say, if I see you with a gun, let's say you 13 years old,
Shit.
you could be 29 looking like you 13. I can't walk up on you and ask you for your ID and let me see your, I can't do that because I just broke your Fourth Amendment rights. you ain't committed no crime, so I should never talk to you as a police officer. I gotta wait for you to pull that motherfucker up and shoot it.
Profiled. Kids get shot now. They ain't asking them shit. Like no matter how old they are.
Oh, these kids supposed to get shot.
They're not asking.
They supposed to. These kids today supposed to shoot and get shot.
Nobody saying
That program too. That video game.
No, they're not programmed.
They're training them through the video game.
yes.
No, they're training us through us.
You don't think they acting like? You don't think they acting like GTA?
No, I'm gonna
Yes.
break.
I mean, keep it. Just
No.
look at it.
Because before there was GTA, we were going to
they do it.
funerals.
It's
We was
different.
going to funerals. And people was getting you had a funeral and somebody would come up and shoot up your funeral.
It's
That was
different
us.
now.
Drive-bys was our era. And guess what? While we doing this shit, the body is laid out there. Some woman or some man you so thirsty to see, you just brought your 2-year-old out there
But a
on
lot of
your
people
hip,
learn those
and he get to see
drive-bys
that.
from
And he-
Scarface, the movie.
No, a lot of us.
Drive-by when the
They
drive-by
liked
started.
that shit.
I don't
That's
care.
where they picked that shit up. at.
Scarface.
I don't care how much-
And then you had then the black people start making the movies. Your New Jack City.
Colors.
Boys
When
in
niggas
the
in
Hood.
colors
Colors.
Hey,
But that
the-
shit started with
Colors
Scarface.
fucked
And when
it
no
up,
black
for
people
real.
in there.
Colors fucked
Hey,
it
your
up.
dark-skinned son, your
Did
dark-skinned
not.
grandson, your dark-skinned
Yeah.
daughter, they got the glasses, the little dude, they got the glasses. I don't care how much GTA he played in his whole life, he's never gonna do that. But if he was broke and poor and he jumped into a grown man's game, that's why these kids is carrying guns and they shooting. You are fucking
took
with
him off
dope.
like that.
If you owe somebody money, they gonna come up on you. People is gonna rob you because they know you in an adult world.
I
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
think
You should
that's
be in
it, Paul.
school. That's what it is. That's what it was when we was doing it. You know what
I'm saying right now that ain't.
No,
what's
it's
going
right
on.
now because
It's just
listen right
doing
here.
shit.
When we was little, right here, and you can have so and so that's older than us, and he smoked crack. You were knocking motherfuckers out before you was smoking crack. Now you smoke crack, you still can knock motherfuckers out, and you gonna come to me and say, "Paul, let me get a 20," and I'll be like. And that nigga snatched my whole sack. Like, nigga, let me pick my own shit out. Now I'm taking everything.
I know you talking
now
about.
you gotta get a gun.
I know you talking
So
about.
that won't happen again. And then when we
I
have
know what you
kids,
talking about.
we tell the kids our experience and
Or-
shit that we was doing. Hey,
I know you talking
the
about.
phrase is stay dangerous.
Don't nickel and dime on the
If somebody-
street and that shit
Don't
won't
nickel and
happen.
See,
I know you-
that's
I know
so
what you
easy to
talking about,
say.
though.
That's so easy to
I
say.
know who you talking about.
That's so easy to say. You done told everything that you just said was told to us and shit, but we broke. We poor. You know what I'm saying?
Doing
You got 4
skateboards,
pair of
standing on
pants.
the street selling 20s.
No, and your friends is doing it and they eating and they got on
That ain't
Jordans
last
and you
long.
got holes in your shoes and shit. No, it's so easy to do that. You can tell a person, no, don't quit, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can
I just
ask.
said selling nickels and dimes on the street.
Hey, they done killed the nickel bag dude in Poindexter. Hey, but guess what? I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from Muffin's Kitchen when ain't no ingredients missing. Listen, I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha ha! Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Is that macaroni and cheese? Is that macaroni and cheese? Yeah.
Our Famous Kitchen. Holler at us. We got you. 614-556-2174.
All right, Famous Kitchen.
Ain't nobody tell me the words.
I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it. Man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped. On the strip.